Hey guys, Lancer here. Hope everyone's doing well. Thanks for joining me. We're looking to some more MTG Finance. And where we're going to go? We're going to go to the MTG Finance Reddit. Now, don't get me wrong, if any of you guys are in this, I'm just getting some information and also covering them because obviously when MTG was going crazy in 2021, 2022, this website, this this website went crazy for a lot of things. Pretty much people trying to buy and sell, hyping up things, pretty much trying to buy out things. What are they talking about now? Well, let's have a look at a couple of these comments, I guess. So one from RTM is back. Okay, sure. Wizards reprint policy is killing the value of recent sets. Now, here's the thing. What is their reprint policy recently? As far as I can tell, they get a small print run that gives a decent amount of hype, and then a couple of months later, they dump a huge amount onto Amazon and smash whoever bought in early, by the feels of it. Now, I don't think that happened for, let's say, Double Masters, but at the same time, you got to remember that when they release this many products, it's hard for people to keep up, anyways. So, a lot of people in this comment are actually saying, like Dr. Boo, that draft and buying draft boxes is actually not that bad because draft boxes are very hard to put together, and Wizard Coast is going to try to print them. I mean, try to stop. But I guess they're printing them. They're going to discontinue the product, or however you want to word it. Anyways, if you like these videos, please like and subscribe, and let's continue. So, how many different cards do people want? What kind of cards do they want? That's all going to be very, very dependent on Wizards of the Coast. And currently, they have not said anything about trying to slow down prints. They haven't said anything about making less cards. There is no hint of exactly what Wizards of the Coast future is going to be. And because of that, it's actually really hard to predict what anyone that bought in the last 2 years are going to be able to make out of the products they bought. One thing that they have mentioned, and in this covers it at some point, is Double Masters 2022 did get beaten down quite a bit, and after 3 to 6 months after the new set has come out, it's not a bad idea to pick some up. But it's one of those things where it's very important to remember that when every card is treated like mint condition, the only way that you're going to get value out of the product is based on how long it's been on the market and how many copies there are going to be on the market in the future. If everyone thinks that all the cards that have value are going to be printed, guess what? The market confidence is destroyed. It's the same thing as the Reserve Bank. Like literally, the Federal Reserve, the Reserve Bank of Australia, the ones that actually create money and give it to the other banks and fund the government's lifestyle and increase interest rates and all that, while there is no way for, I guess, increasing of interest rates, maybe, I actually don't know what the Wizards of the Coast equivalent with that would be, but they can certainly limit printing to make the cards more valuable. That's 100% something they can do. They can easily make a gold or silver out of the reserve list, pretty much because they can't print them again. And that's actually worth more than gold and silver in my mind, because they literally cannot print those cards again. I mean, they have printed the proxy versions and charged a ridiculous amount of money for it, but they can't print the generic one. And one of the interesting things is to see exactly what people are going to go and buy in the next couple of months. So another thing is alternative cards. That's not a bad idea. Obviously, a lot of guys are talking about power creep, like floppy disk golf. Don't know how you play that, but yeah, so power creep is a big one. Another important topic, this is actually probably one that deserves a video of its own, is the Federal Reserve, the US government, IRS, is warning taxpayers of a $600 payment system where if you get more than $600 given to you because you sold something, you need to report that, and then you're going to get taxed on it. And that is a massive problem because most reserve list cards, especially the ones that people are collecting recently, are over $600 on average, especially the higher end stuff like Alpha, Beta, and what's that last one? I mean, then again, you even have Arabian Nights and all that, so it doesn't really matter. All of those cards have some value behind them. If they're over $600, guess what? You're going to get taxed. So a lot of people are saying, like Hydrogator, total train wreck coming. Will the IRS become a trading card appraiser? Who says what a card is worth? Pawn shops say best that they can do is 350. Timmy say the same card is worth a fortune. Okay, that's actually really funny. Another issue: sell 3,000 worth of profit and then put down you bought 3,000 worth of counterfeits at a loss, even out for a year. Just buy proxies to prove it. Oh, they're the real originals? Maybe under a bridge somewhere on a lake. Yeah, no, that's actually really funny. I have no idea how this is going to work for Magic, but all I know is it's going to be a massive hassle. And good luck to anyone that is actually doing that kind of level of trading. I don't know what Rudy's and a lot of other people online's strategy is, and I don't know if they try to sell below the $600 range so that they don't get the IRS treatment. But for large scale suppliers, it might not be worth it. And if Rudy is doing anything weird like trying to scheme out of taxes, which I can totally imagine it, he's worked in the business before, it's not going to end well because these guys are going to be on everyone with a fine tooth comb. And this is actually a news article which has got a huge amount of interest, like 42K likes, 8.8K comments. IRS warns of a new 600 threshold. How about better reporting and investigating accounts that got 6 million or more? I assume that's fine, but they don't want to tax the rich people because the rich guys can dodge taxes easier than the people that are on the middle class. So next one, 2022, Double Masters, has it bottomed? This is a lot to read. I just freeze my screen on this, but this is amazing. And we can tick off how many people said, well, Rudy, how many times Rudy would have said something similar to this, which is it's all going crazy. Like Double Masters, all of these sets in the before August of 2022, when Wizard Coast came after our precious, or I guess his precious reserve list by reprinting the 30th anniversary. There was a lot of people that just said, yeah, everything is still too cheap. Prices have to go up. People are going to buy these up. And they just didn't realize the market conditions and what Wizard Coast has been doing is damaging their MTG economy. So you've got things like this where there is so many different ways to say the product is going to sell well, and that's just not always going to be the case. And, Double Masters might be a good time to pick up, but it's very important to remember that you don't want to go onto the hype train unless you do your research. And that is it for the day. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Like I said, I'm just trying out new things. I just want to see what you guys like. And I'm going to try to focus more on finance overall, but let's see what happens. Anyways, thanks for watching and see you next time.